Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. Hey. I am bringing you another review on the Family Empire Houston Season 1, Episode 3. Lakeshia Secret. Yes, honey. Lakeshia Secret. All right. Before we get into it, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, let's get in these comments. Tell me how you really feel. All right, all right. This is your girl. All right. And your girl needs to get her hair done, honey. That's why she got this baseball hat on, honey. Because, who these tracks is about to fall out, honey. I saw scratching up in here. Okay, that's just a little personal, but it was this up in here, man. Anyway, so Jermeshia and Aunt Nikki meet with some real estate developers, the Sheltons, for this land. Okay, so they, like I said, they were trying to make a subdivision community. They about to try to put like 20 to 30 houses on there. It's about to be some kind of rent. No, it ain't rent to own. No, it's purchase to rent. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a bunch of rental properties because they don't want to sell the land. So they don't want to sell these houses. They want everybody to be renting in the community. So the real estate developer, he said it's gonna cost $7 to $10 million for the development of that land because I guess they're gonna have to get a street and all that other stuff. So that's gonna cost a pretty penny. So they got to go back to Miss Oscarene to tell them that they need to come up with $7 to $10 million to to develop this land. We don't know how long. We don't know how that's gonna go. But anyway, so uh so Jermeshia talking about how many times have Granny sold off her land to pay the G1's bills. And Aunt Nikki was like, that's not fair. That's not fair. That is not true. That is not true. And so she was just like, And then she said, apparently Granny sold some kind of property, and gave the proceeds to her children, and cause Aunt Nikki was like, didn't your mama share the proceeds with you? And Jermeshia was like, yeah, my mama always shares. I said, okay then. So we don't know what the problem is. We don't know what the problem is. Anyway, so the Sheltons have to come up with a presentation because it's going to be, because Frank Jr. don't have nothing to do with nothing for some reason. They always leave him out, but she got to come up. The Sheltons got to come up with a presentation for what she say, Aunt Cheryl, Aunt Charlotte, Aunt Jackie, and Miss Oscarene. And I guess Aunt Nikki too. But Uncle Frank, they just leave him out. Bubba, they just leave him out. I guess he don't matter. He ain't been seen since like the first episode either. But his two daughters have been seen. Anyway, so Nicole is having dinner with her mom, And Nicole saying that Leighton needs a sibling, and because she grew up with siblings, and then she said she grew up with she had a best friend since birth. And I said, well, it couldn't have been Lakeshia, because Lakeshia, you ain't meet Lakeshia until y'all was about 8 years old. So it had to been Jermeshia. And that's a cousin, not a sibling. hmm She got cousins. But yeah, because she said, yeah, she grew up with she had her best friend since birth, and I was just like, that's a cousin, unless you talking about Lakeisha, but you ain't know Lakeisha, till y'all got about 8. So I ain't understand that, you know. I had a best friend um since birth, but she was my cousin. And I had an older brother, and it was just the three of us for a long time. You know, so but yeah, I was like, I don't know, we'll know about that. We'll know about that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So she's considering adopting so she can give Leighton a sibling. I'm not against adopting. I'm not against adopting, but you gotta be careful. You know, I'm a nurse, a pediatric nurse. You gotta be careful about who you letting in your house. And that house is beautiful, beautiful. You gotta be careful about who you letting in your house. I ain't against adopting. You might need to be a foster parent first, you know, so you know who you getting in your house, because they already have been living there. Unless you're adopting a baby, then that's something different. But why, if you're adopting a baby, then Leighton don't really need a sibling then. You know. I don't know. Maybe this is a storyline. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. This is a new show. We shouldn't be having no storylines this soon in the episode. But when you get on reality TV, everything is a storyline, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, all right. Let's see what else. So, but then when Nicole brings up Lakeshia, the mom wants to discuss that all the situations leading up to her being pregnant and Lakeshia mom being pregnant. But Nicole shut that down. She was like, I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to hear about that. And I'm quite sure it's gonna come out a little later. But I don't think she should have shut down her mom, or she maybe shut it down because the cameras was on. But I don't think she should have shut her mom down, because if that's what she wants to talk about, because it probably hurt her at that time, and if she wants to vent or something, she should have let her vent. So maybe because it was the cameras that she didn't want to talk about it. But I think it's gonna come out eventually, because I'm quite sure it did hurt her. you know My mama went through the same thing, but it wasn't. We didn't have no siblings at the same. He ain't get my mama pregnant and somebody else pregnant at the same time. But we got some younger ones. We got some younger siblings that came with, you know. Listen, we got the same father, different mamas, and we put it that way. We don't need to go into any details. We know what the situation was, but it is what it is. So they have a Braden brunch with the brokers. Okay, so it's Jermeshia there, Nicole there, Lakeshia came. Jaquetta was out of town. She was in Mexico or something like that. I think Monet came too. And Aunt Nikki getting her money, okay? Aunt Nikki, I think Aunt Nikki is on the oh Jesus, at the beginning, I think she's on there too, cause listen, Aunt Nikki getting her check now. But so Jermeshia giving a speech, and it was kind of long winded. So I guess Nicole jumped up and she kind of went into a different direction, but it was still the same property, luxury property, little spiel and stuff like that. But Jermeshia was a little long winded. I tuned out, and I wasn't even there, so I know them them people in there tuned out. They probably was looking at their phone and everything. And then Nicole come up and she started talking the same, and so yeah, so it is what it is, honey. But then what Nicole, when they were talking about because Aisha want the part of the Shelton group is her and her husband. She was there and she said that she had to come up with a presentation, and so Nicole was like, "Is Granny okay with it?" And she was like, "Well, we'll soon find out. We got to present it to her." And so yeah. So and Nikki asked where Chris at, and so Jermeshia was like, "I think he got a different gig or something." And Nicole didn't know about this different gig, and then they asked about this contract, and nobody has come up with this contract yet. But we found out that Chris is on the payroll at Braden, but she kicked him out the office. So I guess when he's on the payroll, but I guess he kept coming to the office harassing or having fun with the other real estate people, brokers, and and so Nicole kicked him out the office, and so I guess I think his feelings was hurt, and so now he got to get a contract. But I'm like, what? Well, I can understand both sides, because if he probably needs a contract for what it is for him supposed to do. Oh, what it is he is supposed to do. As far as, I mean, do you have like certain events already planned that he could put in his calendar that he's supposed to do photography for, or so he could just show up and do photography and whatever and then leave? Or because I think yeah, he does need a contract. He does need a contract because I don't think he really knows what he's supposed to do since you kicked him out the office. Because when he was in the office, he will be privy to all of the stuff that y'all planning, so he can plan accordingly. But since you kicked him out the office, he's not privy. And Jaquetta, she ain't too bright. I ain't gonna say she ain't bright because she was a pharmacist, okay. But she just I don't know. I don't know if she want that I don't think she want that confrontation with her husband. I don't know. So yeah, y'all do need to come up with some kind of contract because I don't think he really know what he needs to do. But he also needs to, you know, be in contact with you too. Because he should have been there at the brunch taking pictures. So Lord, that's working with family, man. Mm-mm. But he according to his wife, he needs that check. So you can't quit. You can't quit. Not according to Jaquetta. You can't quit, honey, cause them checks. You need that check. Cause that little side gig, doing some photography. No, you need a check that's coming in every 2 weeks. I'm not mad at that situation either. I'm not mad at that situation. You just can't just be sporadic, having a gig here and they having a gig there. No, we need some continuous checks coming in. You better get a job at a newspaper or something. Do they even have newspapers anymore? You can't even do dang, you can't even do magazines no more. You better figure it out, sir. That's all I'm gonna say. You better figure it out, okay? Because Jaquetta's money is not guaranteed. Because if she don't sell no houses, then your paycheck got to support that house. Okay. So I totally understand that too. Anyway, so Nicole and Karamell. Oh, wait a minute. I think they were there too. They were there too. And so Nicole, they sat down at the table and Nicole said, I'm glad you came, Karamell, because I really don't know you. And so Jermeshia, I don't think this was a good thing to say, but she was like, you kind of like Keisha's accessory. We don't know more. We don't know you any more than that. So she's like, you're her cute accessory. I said, that wasn't good. And then to rub salt in the wound. Okay, so Nicole said that she really don't know you. Hold on. Oh, I had to sneeze. There you go. And she thought that she didn't. I ain't got no hand sanitizer. What kind of nurse am I? Anyway, she thought that she didn't. Yeah. So Nicole said, she doesn't know you. Jermeshia said you are, her accessory. Then Aunt Nikki said, we completely forget. No, I completely forget that you were there. Boy, y'all making her feel welcome in this family. Mm. And Karamell, I have the utmost respect for you on keeping your cool. Cause I'd have been like, what the fuck? Okay. Who? What? Mm-mm. No. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes. I commend you on keeping your cool because Cause she was like, Aunt Nikki said, cause you so quiet, you ain't be in the back. Now, Karamell said it's hard to conversate when you in the back. Did they make conversate a word yet? Or are we still making this word up? Cause you know they put words in the dictionary that people use frequently, but they are made up words. Did they put conversate in the dictionary yet? Because somebody look that up and tell me if they put conversate in the dictionary, because these folks keep using this word and it's not a word yet. Okay. It may be a word now, I don't know, but Jesus, I said, oh God, just like Moses and liked it, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway. Anyway, so Nicole, we still rubbing salt in Poe, Karamell, whatever her name is, wound. Then she bring up when Keisha's mom died, that her ex-girlfriend kept calling her, and Karma was upset because her ex-girlfriend kept calling her. Okay. Okay. But that'll come out later why her girlfriend kept calling her. Anyway, so Chris making spaghetti with his son. Chris is a good father, but he need to keep that check going. He got to be a good father and a good provider. Okay. So you can't have no not an unsteady income being a realtor and an unsteady income being a photographer. That don't match. Somebody got to have a steady income. That's you, Chris. Or she need to go back to being a pharmacist. And that steady income, and then you can do your photography. Okay. But we got to have some steady paycheck in the house. Some steady paycheck. Okay. Every week. Anyway. So, they called Jaquetta in Mexico. And she said, Chris was like, they ain't got back to me with a contract. And I'm not coming back unless I get a contract. And she was like, so that means you're not quitting. You're just not coming into the office. And so, and Chris was like, I don't want to go nowhere where I'm not wanted. Apparently, Jaquetta said that Chris bases a lot of his decisions on emotions, not, stability and, and things like that. He bases his decisions on emotion. And as a grown person, you really can't do that. You really can't, especially once you got a family. You can't base your decision on emotion. You know how many times in the 20 years that I worked at my hospital, you know me how many times I want to quit. You know how many times I want to quit. I want to quit almost every day. Okay, and especially if I had a rough night, I say I ain't coming back. But I come back. Why? Cause I got bills to pay. So when you have bills to pay, you are running a household. There is no such thing as basing your stuff on emotions. You have to get it done. Period. So you can't quit one job unless you got another job. Point blank, period. So, and I think that he feel like he can just quit because Jaquetta is the main breadwinner. No, we don't do that, sir. We don't do that. You know, we don't do that. And I don't listen. And if he keeps thinking that this way, that's gonna be the downfall. That's gonna be the demise of his marriage. Mark my words. That's gonna be the demise of his marriage. Because she can't be the main breadwinner while you getting gigs here and you getting gigs here. No. Just like Justin. Justin is a realtor. Justin got a business, and Justin doing music on the side. He get three checks. But the main thing is he get steady work on the first one, okay, and the second one. The third one is just his hobby. And so you might need to figure out, what it is. I don't know. That's gonna be the demise of his marriage if he, continues having decisions based on his emotions and you just quitting jobs and stuff like that. That's gonna be the demise. She already said that you may not be her husband, but everybody else is gonna be her family, but you may not be her husband. She already said it. Anyway, so Lakeshia and Karamell looking at houses. It's a beautiful house. 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, $400K. It's nice though. It's nice. They had a pool in the back. I was like, oh, I like this pool. Okay then. Okay. So they talk in the back. And so they were like, what were they talking about? They were what's her name? Karamell said that she's shaking in her boots or in her pumps. I'm sorry, about buying a house before marriage, and so Lakeshia was like, she said, because your family already, don't know how to take me, basically. And so Lakeshia was like, well, I've always been the black sheep of the family. And apparently she had a baby at 18, honey. He had a baby at 18. Okay, he's 20 now, so I guess she 38. And I guess Nicole 38, so I guess and what's her name? Said she in her mid-40s. I mean, no, she didn't say mid-40s. She said over 40. Jermeshia. So I ain't gonna put her in the mid. She probably in the early 40s. But she had a baby when she was 18. She said it was just her friend. It wasn't her boyfriend, and she got knocked up. And but Karamell said, well, I was taken aback by, that conversation about when your mom passed away and you had dealings with your ex. And she said, you didn't tell him about what you did. This is what Lakeshia Secret was. Okay, so let me tell you what's the, come here, let me tell you what the secret was. The secret was that Lakeshia, okay, when she met Karamell, she was single, but she was trying to be friends with her ex. Yeah. But Karamell said that she's been down this road before with somebody else that has been friends with their ex, and it's probably some cheatation that's going on. That's a word that's not that's not a word either, but I already know that. But I think that is from Trina Braxton and the Braxton Family Values to some cheatation. Okay. Yeah, so some cheatation going on with Karamell's ex. So when she met Lakeshia and she was still friends with her ex, she said, no, it's either her or me. We don't have friends that are exes. And so apparently she said, oh yeah. Lakeshia was like, yeah, I kick her to the curb, yeah. But she didn't. And so when her mama died, she was blowing up her phone trying to console her. Trying to console her like, yeah. Hey, you want to put your head on my pillow? Lay your head on my pillow. All right now. And just relax. Yeah, so. So that's Lakeshia's secret. Yeah. So she ain't respect her boundaries. So Karamell got mad. I ain't mad at that. I am not mad at that, honey. So she was like, you need to tell your family that. Because right now, I'm looking like the bad guy. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, Miss Oscarene goes over to visit her granddaughter, Nicole, and her great granddaughter, Layton. And she gonna teach Nicole how to make cabbage. You don't know how to make cabbage? You don't know how to make cabbage? Ooh, that's easy. You get you some bacon. Ooh, saute that bacon up, and then you take that bacon out, cut that cabbage up, throw some onions up in there. Okay. Then you put that bacon back in there, put a little water in there, just a little water, steam it a little bit. Put some your seasoning on there. Put some seasoning on there. Put a little sugar, just a little sugar. There's some seasoning on there. Yes, sir. Yes, honey. And then she was telling her that she want to adopt a child, and we found out that Miss Oscarene has been she was adopted too, and she loved her adopted parents. She don't care nothing about her biological mama. She ain't think nothing about her. Okay, so yes, that's what I'm talking about. So then Justin has his performance, because Justin is a musician as well as being a business owner, as well as selling real estate. That's what you need to do. You got to get your hustle on, Chris. Yeah. Yep. And so Keisha sent a real long text message about how the ladies did Karamell when they had that brunch, when they said that she was invisible She was an accessory, and we really don't know you. Yeah, that's what she did. She sent a long text message, and uh, but she sent it to everybody, and so like Jaquetta got it in Mexico, Monet got it. None of them folks was even there and stuff. Yeah, so everybody got that text message. hmm And so everybody wanted to talk about that text message. And then Jaquetta, not Jaquetta, Karamell and Lakeshia walk in. And then it say to be continued. Yeah. So that's gonna come out next week. Yeah. Yeah. But this was a good episode. Like I said, Chris and Jaquetta, I don't know what's going on with that, but y'all need to get that together. Yeah, y'all need to get that together. Larry and Nicole doing better than y'all. I'ma stop. Okay, so anyway, so like I said, this is your girl, msyelladiva. Uh, gi- Giving you another review. Give me a thumbs up. Uh, Give me a like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next review. Peace.